Hi, my name is Molly Sayre, and this is my oral presentation for the midterm in Film History 1. When looking back at cinema from the start, it's crazy to see how far we've come, in all aspects. We have starting with the kinetoscope, and then the cinematograph to the DSLRs that we have now, even just our simple point and shoot cameras that are even more simpler than the DSLR. And when you watch back on these old films, like the beginning of film, going back to the Lumiere brothers and everything, and even Edison's film, you can really see a lot of similarities in from those films to what we have now. It's not a huge difference when you look at the basics of it, the building blocks for all of them. And I think of with the trip to the moon, we get our first taste of what the film industry will have to offer to us. We see props being used and scripts and imagination, going to the moon. Such a weird concept at that time, I felt like. And this was such a great imagination to brought to life. And we could see it. We saw props being used and backdrops and costumes and multiple actors being used for this. And a trip to the moon is it's more whimsical, colorful, fun, flowy looking. Whereas, but you can compare that storytelling wise to the Birth of a Nation. So the Birth of a Nation is more in what I put it as we have hero versus villain. Even though the Birth of a Nation is a horrible thing, I feel but in a way it is for this concept, I think it matches. The hero was going in to save the damsels and these innocent people from the bad people, which aren't really actually bad people. They're just portrayed that way. And at its time, I feel it made sense for it to be made, for it to be shown that way. But being in 2021, it's we realize now that that's not okay. That's not how we as today portray people. We judge people based on their character, not the color of our skin. And then you also see Winsor McCay was able to create this concept of creating animation almost. Not necessarily, maybe he didn't create it, but he merged it together with reality filming this. He took his normal filming of people, his friends, and then inserted cartoons with it. And I think that's crazy to think about at that time, the early 1900s, that was happening. With Little Nemo and Grady the Dinosaur. And I think that's just so crazy. Thank you.